Hi and welcome to 1911 Woodworks. So where I am in Barnsley, it's absolutely freezing cold, but I've got my woolly hat on, I've got my heater on, and I'm ready to deliver another video to you. So let's get started. Every year, me and the missus have a problem that when it comes to putting this Christmas decorations up, where to put our Christmas stockings, and we always resort to overlapping the tag on inside the television cabinet doors and just putting some sellotape on it, because I'm one of that. I don't like pinholes, so I don't like to get drawing pins out and stick drawing pin in cupboard door or in wall and then mess around with filler afterwards. Or if you've got a fireplace, you might have that issue where you're not wanting to put pinholes in your fireplace or what have you. So today's video is gonna solve that issue for you by making this simple, easy to make, decorative Christmas tree Christmas stocking hanger. So let's get into it. Right, for this Christmas tree build, I rooted around my scrap pile, came across some 18mm thick laminated pine board. So I've took that table saw and I ripped it down into strips that are 9cm thick. So I've got 9cm by 18mm. I've got about five lengths out of that. It'll make quite a lot of trees, to be fair. So I'm going to head over to the miter saw now, and I'm going to start cutting these pieces now. So let's get into it. Okay, so I'm here at the miter saw. I've set the angle at 22.5 degrees. So I'm going to cut the top triangle of the tree. When I've done that, I can take a measurement from the bottom part of it to get my next piece. So I'll do that first. Okay, so I've got my triangle and I measured this part, which came to 7.5 centimeters. So what I'm now going to do is I'm going to measure this next part of the second section, and I'm going to measure that 5.5 centimeters, taking 2 centimeters off of it. That'll just give me a centimetre overlap either side when the triangle sits on top. So I'll do that now. Right, so that's my first two pieces. As you can see, there's a nice overlap either side. So I'm going to repeat the process with this, measure the bottom 2 centimeters off to make sure that the top of the next piece has that same 1 centimeter overlap. After you've got them 3 pieces cut, you'll end up with something that looks like this. Now, to join them together, I've got this piece of scrap wood here, which is 3 centimeters wide. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that to 21 centimeters, which will be then what I'll be able to use to fix onto the back to keep all them pieces together before joining it onto the base. Okay, I've got my table saw set at 0 degrees again. I'm going to cut this 21 centimeters and then we'll move on to the base. Right, back over at the miter saw, it's still set at 0 degrees, and I've wrote it through my scrap pile again, and I found this nice chunky piece of wood. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this down to 26 centimeters. Now, if you haven't got any chunky pieces of wood or anything like that, 4x2 will be perfectly fine. You just want it chunky and heavy enough to be able to withstand that weight of them stockings once Father Christmas has been and he's rammed it full of presents. So let's get this cut now. Right, I've got all my pieces cut. Now what I'm going to do before I move on to putting it all together is that I'm going to put my 45-degree bit in my router, and I'm just going to chamfer some of the edges, not all of them but some of them. So for the tree bits, I'm chamfering the sides of every section, and then these 2 sections I'm going to run along the top like that, just so it gives it that, I don't know if you see the camera there, it just gives it that bit of depth, bit of detail, makes it look a lot better. And then for the base, I'm going to chamfer the sides of the top, along the front, and then just down the edges on the front. The back bits, that from the top and then the other side, I'm leaving them as they are. It's just in case, wherever you're standing it, if you point up against the wall. And then I'm also just going to, I don't know if you can see on camera, I'm going to chamfer around the edges of the the support that's going to hold all the tree parts together. So I'll do that now. Okay, I put a chamfer on every piece that I need to put a piece on now. So I'm going to give it a quick light sand down before applying some stain. Okay, everything's nice sanded down. I used 240 grit sandpaper, so it's got a nice smooth finish. Now what I'm going to do is apply a bit of stain. In a previous video, when I was making pumpkins and other like autumn decor, I used this village green wood stain, and highly recommend it. Brilliant stain. So I wanted more of that brand, so I went on Amazon, and I'll leave a link in the description just in case you're interested, and I just bought a bag of 10 different samples, different colours in there. So I'm going to use a couple of colours from this for staining this product, project, sorry, and then all that's left after that is putting it together. Right, I've got everything stained up now. Now it's just a case of putting everything together. So, I've laid all my pieces face down. So that's chamfer side down. And then I've got me support, which the bottom part of the support is going to be flush with the bottom of the tree. And then what I'm going to do is just add a bit of glue and then fire in some 32mm brad nails to keep it all together. Unfortunately, when I press record, it didn't record, but all I've done is, as you can see there, I've just fired in some brad nails. I applied a bit of glue as well before, just to hold it all together. But yeah, as you can see, chamfer side on the front. I mean, that'll stand up and be a nice ornament by itself. But now it's time to apply it to the base, so I'll show you how that's done now. So what I've done is I've lined up roughly where I want my tree on the base. I mean, it doesn't have to be exact or anything like that, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put, so in the groove at the bottom, so you can see that better, right in the groove at the bottom, I'm just going to put a mark either side of the support, right in the corner where the support attaches on to the tree parts. So this will be, I'll just colour these in a bit darker. So you can make it out, there's a little dot there and a dot there. So what I'm going to do now is find the central part of that, between them two dots, and then with my drill bit, which is a 6mm Forstner bit, I'm just going to drill a deep hole into it, so then I can put a piece of dowel in there that's going to be nice and tight. When I've done that, and then right in the centre part there where the support attaches onto the tree parts, so roughly about there, I'm going to drill a hole in there just for the tree to be able to sit on top of the dowel, and I'll also run some glue along the bottom of the entire tree, so that dowel will basically just hold it in place, and then the glue will set, and then I'm not having to fire any nails in at awkward angles, and then when that sets, it'll set solid, and it won't come apart unless you physically try and break it apart. So when you've done them bits, you'll end up with a hole in the bottom of your tree like so, and a hole in your base like so. Then you can cut a piece of dowel, glue it into your base first, and then sit your tree on top, remembering to glue along the bottom, and you know, don't go over the top with glue because you don't want all this squeeze out and having to have a bit of a clean up job. But yeah, and then just leave that to set, and then like I said, it'll be solid. Right, so that's all put together now. Now it's just a case of measuring the area at the front, finding the centre point. So measure from here to here, here to here, find the centre point, and then I've got just like a little drill bit there. I'm just going to do a little pilot hole so that I can put my hook in. The hooks I'm using are just these bog standard, I think they're called ceiling hooks. You know, you can just get them from any DIY hardware store. I got these from Screwfix. They were £2.25 for 10 hooks. Nice gold ones. So they're also 38mm size, just in case you wanted to know the size. And then I'll just bring you back down here. Okay, so that's another completed project, and I think that looks really nice. Like I say, if you're having issues with your stockings on where to put them, this, I truly believe, will solve all them issues. It looks a nice decorative item, and also, like I said, because I made that one, I am going to make another one identical to that for my house, but something that my girlfriend mentioned to me was that not only could you use it for hanging your stockings on, but if you had two stood either side of your mantelpiece, then you could attach a piece of string to that and hang your cards over the string as well. So that'd be another good use for them if you made them in a pair. But yeah, really easy project to make. Obviously, if you don't want to do all the chamfering side of things, if you haven't got a router and you don't want to do the chamfering side of things, then you don't have to do that. But literally, you know, we're talking hardly any wood used, and it's made a decent little product there. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Also, little announcement to make. I've now got an email address, which is 1911woodworks@gmail.com. I'll put it along the bottom here. And basically, if you're watching any of my videos and you think, yeah, I'm going to give that a go, I'm going to make that, then please feel free to send me a picture if you like, and I'll select a few pictures and I'll put them up at the end of every video that I do. And also, another little idea that I've got is, I mean, we'll just see how it goes, but if there's something that you've seen, whether you've seen something on the internet or anything like that, and you think, I won't mind having a go at making that, or I wonder how that's made, send me pictures in, and its subject line, just put the subject as make this, and what I'll do is I'll either scroll through and pick one at random, and then I'll have a go at making it and show you on camera how I believe it's made, or or another option is I can select two and put the pictures up, and then you can leave a comment in the section below to which one you prefer me to make, and then I can like do that once a month. I'm just trying to find a way of like engaging with all my subscribers and bringing you into this channel and getting you involved. But yeah, and then speaking of subscribers, I'm over 700 subscribers now. Amazing! I'm absolutely blown away. I've said it in previous videos, but like every time I like look at my phone and then I think, wow, I've got more subscribers, and I genuinely cannot. I don't know. I just can't believe it. I'm overwhelmed by it. So please, if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe and jump on board. And if you have subscribed, thank you. And then also, if you can smash that like button, I'd really appreciate that. And until the next video, this has been 1911 Woodworks. See you later.